Hello, PBC family. As this crazy season of life that we are in continues, are you feeling tired? Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you feel like you're at a breaking point and you just don't know if you have what it takes to even get through this season. We are helping our boys get off to college this fall, and we've done this before with Caleb and helped help that transition, but boy, it is a lot harder this time around. Not only do you have all the normal aspects of helping them get off to school, but there's all of this stuff that is extra because of COVID. And so this is adjusting how classes happen. It's bringing new rules for them on campus that they're trying to figure out. And you want to make sure they know what they're supposed to do when they're there, and that they have what they need. And all of this just seems to underscore how nothing seems to be as easy as it used to be. This is tiring and this is difficult. And sometimes you can feel like, man, I am just done with this. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10, the Apostle Paul writes something that can help us. It says that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecution, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. As I read this, a question that comes to my mind is Paul insane? Weaknesses, insult, hardships, persecutions, he delights in these. What Paul is doing is he is speaking about, and he's referencing this unrelenting opposition that he was facing. When you look at his ministry and when you look at his life, you see that it was hard for him. And this was something that wasn't letting up. In fact, he may even have had a physical wound that he was dealing with while facing all of this opposition at this point. But Paul has experienced what it means to be released from being dependent on his own gifts, talents, and abilities. He has come to know and experience that his ability to deal with what life throws at him is not dependent on him. You see, when we work from our own strength, there is a limit, there is a breaking point that we can reach. We have limits, and when we work from our strength, there is a limit to our insight. There is a limit to the influence that we have. There is a limit to the energy that we can bring to a situation. And when we realize that God gives us strength, then we realize that God can give insight into us that we would not have on our own with the challenges and the problems that we face. That there is influence that God has that we don't have, and He could utilize that influence for us. That He could give and provide energy for us and allow us to keep going even when we feel like we're spent and we have nothing left. Paul had learned much from the opposition that there is only strength that we find in God through weakness. Through all of the opposition that Paul went through, he realized that there is only strength that he's going to find in the Lord in that place of weakness. And that's why he delighted in his weaknesses and in the insults and the hardships that he faced. He knew that this was bringing him beyond his own resources and was allowing God to work in a more powerful way in his life. I encourage you to seek God's strength for you in this season. Give up trying to do all of this in your own strength, trying to figure it out, trying to muster it up on your own. Get close to God and give Him the struggles that you have, and then receive the strength that He gives to you. I hope that this encourages you today. I am praying that you will know the strength of God, even in those times of weaknesses, especially in those times of weaknesses, that you will see how those are times when God's strength shines through. Have a great week.